It happened in an instant, a single shot that echoed across the political landscape. Charlie Kirk, activist, provocateur, leader of a movement, was gone. The media coverage was immediate. A firestorm of outrage, grief, and political finger-pointing. They talked about the tragedy. They talked about the violence. But they missed the real story. Because the moment one empire falls, a war for its ashes begins. This isn't the story of an assassination. This is the story of what came after, a silent, high-stakes war for an $80 million inheritance of power, money, and influence. This is the story of who stands to win, and what it means for the rest of us. To understand the war, you first have to understand the prize. Turning Point USA was never just a student group, it was a machine. A modern political engine built on three core components. First, the money. An $80 million annual war chest, fueled by a secretive list of America's wealthiest titans of industry. This wasn't just cash for rallies, it was capital for conquest. Second, the reach, a media ecosystem that rivaled cable news networks, beaming a meticulously crafted narrative directly to millions of young, impressionable minds. Through podcasts, memes, and viral videos. They didn't need to debate the news, they created the news. But its most valuable asset was the Rolodex, a digital database containing the personal information of millions of followers and donors. In the 21st century, data isn't just power, it's the currency of control. The key to mobilizing an army of voters with the push of a button. This machine gave one man a direct line to the heart of the Republican Party. It made him a kingmaker. And now, the king is dead. The throne is empty. And in a kingdom without a ruler, chaos is the new currency. From that chaos, three distinct factions have emerged, each moving their pieces across the board in a silent grab for power. First, there is the Regent. This is the loyal insider, Kirk's second-in-command. They know where every dollar is hidden, and how every lever of the machine works. They offer stability, a promise to the old guard of donors that the ship will not sink. Their weakness, they were never the visionary. They are a manager, not a messiah. Can they command an army that was built on pure charisma? Then, there is the Barbarian. A rival media titan from another conservative empire, they watch from the gates. Seeing not a tragedy, but an unprecedented opportunity. They don't want to rule Turning Point, they want to conquer it. Their strategy is a corporate raid, absorb the donor lists, merge the media channels, and consolidate all power under one banner. Their move is bold, but it risks alienating the loyalists who see them as an outside invader. Finally, the most powerful and dangerous player, the Shadow Council. This isn't one person, but a secretive cabal of the megadonors who funded Kirk's rise. They were the architects behind the throne. They have no interest in public fame. They seek only absolute control. Their plan is to install a new, younger, more pliable leader. A puppet who can deliver the message while they pull the strings. These three forces are now locked in a cold war. A war not fought in the open, but in the places you'll never see. This war for Kirk's throne is being fought on three invisible battlefields. The first is the boardroom. Here, the weapons are bylaws, legal motions, and shareholder votes. Armies of lawyers are dissecting every clause, looking for a loophole that will allow their faction to seize legal control of the $80 million nonprofit. The second is the billionaire's retreat. In private jets and at exclusive resorts in Jackson Hole and Palm Beach, the real negotiations are happening. The Regent pleads for loyalty, while the Shadow Council makes offers that are impossible to refuse. The future of the empire will be decided not by votes, but by handshakes and whispered promises. The final battlefield is digital. Watch the social media feeds of Turning Point. Listen to the podcasts. The first public sign of who is winning will be a subtle shift in messaging. A new talking point, a different tone. It will be the first tremor that signals a tectonic shift in power. Deep beneath the surface, why does this secret war matter? Because whoever wins control of this machine doesn't just win an organization. They win a weapon that will be aimed directly at the heart of the next elections. They will have the power to shape the narratives you hear, to define the enemies you should fear, and to anoint the next generation of political leaders. The mainstream media is focused on the ghost of Charlie Kirk, but the real story is the war for his throne. A war that will define the future of American power, long after the headlines have faded. So, now that you know the players, who do you think will win? The loyal Regent, the invading Barbarian, or the calculating Shadow Council? Let me know your theory in the comments below. And if you want to understand the stories that happen in the shadows, make sure you subscribe.